Something is terribly wrong in Heartland. The new Season 19 Episode 7 trailer does not just hint at trouble. It shows a painful moment that sends a shock through every character we love. There is fear in their eyes, tension in their voices, and a return that nobody saw coming. This trailer does not just tease drama. It warns that a heartbreaking turn is coming to the ranch, and it may change the future of Heartland forever. The trailer opens with a cold and heavy mood that instantly tells us something is off at Heartland. The sky hangs low, the wind moves through the trees with a tense quiet, and Amy walks across the yard with a look that shows she is carrying far more than the usual weight of the ranch. This moment sets the tone for everything that follows. It is clear that Episode 7 begins right where Episode 6 left off, but the feeling is darker and sharper. Even the animals seem restless, like they can sense the storm that is about to arrive. As Amy pauses near the barn, she looks toward the distance with an expression that is not just worried but almost lost. It is the kind of look she only gets when something deeply personal is stirring inside her. The trailer cuts to Jack, who stands by the paddock with his hands on his hips. His face is tight, and for the first time in a while, he looks like he might be blaming himself for something that has not even been said out loud yet. This brief shot tells us that Jack is holding back a truth that he does not want to share. Or maybe he is preparing himself for a hard conversation that he has avoided for too long. Then the trailer shifts to Lou. She's sitting at her office desk, but this time she is not focused on paperwork or planning. Her hands are pressed against her forehead as she takes a deep breath. The kind of breath someone takes when there is no easy choice to make. Her eyes look tired, like she has been fighting battles that no one else knows about. There is a quiet moment where she seems to crumble before quickly pulling herself together, reminding us that Lou always tries to be strong even when she feels like breaking. As the trailer continues, a small but powerful detail stands out. A truck pulls into the ranch, and Amy steps back when she sees who steps out. The camera hides the face, but the reaction says everything. It is someone from the past, someone with a history that cuts deep. This return sends a jolt through the trailer, hinting that this unexpected arrival may be the spark that lights the fire in Episode 7. The look on Amy's face is not one of joy or relief. It is a mix of shock, fear, and confusion. Whoever this person is, they bring an emotional weight that the family is not ready to face. Every scene in this opening section builds a strong sense that Episode 7 is not just another day at Heartland. The ranch feels heavier, the people feel distant from each other, and the silence between them speaks louder than words. The trailer wants viewers to feel the tension rising, and it succeeds completely. It makes you wonder not only what is going to happen, but who is going to be hurt by what comes next. The moment the trailer shifts into its first major shock, the energy changes fast. The screen cuts to a scene at dawn, when the ranch is usually peaceful, but this time there is nothing calm about it. The horses are restless, pacing and pulling at their reins, as if they sense danger before any human does. Amy rushes toward the commotion, her boots hitting the ground hard, and you can hear the panic in her voice even though she does not say a single word. The camera focuses on her face just long enough to show a flash of fear, the kind of fear she gets only when she knows someone she cares about is in trouble. Then the shot widens and we see one of the horses struggling, trapped against the broken fence. This moment is not only about the horse. It hints at something deeper, because the fence did not break on its own. Something or someone caused it, and the trailer wants viewers to question exactly what happened in the hours before dawn. The uncertainty grows heavier as Jack appears from the barn, shouting for Amy to step back. His voice is strong but shaky, like he is hiding a truth behind every word. The wind picks up and the dust swirls around them, giving the scene an almost eerie feeling. And right then the trailer shows something that fans will not be able to forget. A piece of fabric is caught on the fence, torn and dirty, and Amy recognizes it instantly. She reaches for it with a slow hand, treating it as if it is fragile, and when she turns the fabric over, her eyes widen in shock. The camera does not reveal what the fabric belongs to, but the pain in Amy's expression is enough to make viewers jump to the worst conclusion. Jack sees the look on her face and he lowers his head, unable to hide the worry he has been carrying all morning. The silence after this moment is long and thick. the kind that fills the air when something terrible is about to be discovered. The trailer cuts away before giving any answers, leaving only questions, fear, and the feeling that this broken fence might be the start of a much bigger heartbreak. The scene does not rely on loud music or dramatic dialogue. Instead, it uses quiet tension and small details to create a sense of real danger. This is the moment when viewers realize that episode 7 is not just emotional. It may be devastating in a way Heartland fans have not seen in years. The trailer moves into its next shocking moment with a sudden shift in color and sound, almost as if the world of Heartland has been pulled into a darker place. The scene opens in the middle of a tense argument, but the trailer cuts the voices out, letting viewers see everything without hearing a single word. It shows Lou standing in the yard with her hands clenched at her sides, her face red with anger and fear. Across from her is the familiar figure who stepped out of the truck earlier, the unexpected return that already shook Amy. Now this person is at the center of another emotional storm. Lou speaks with intense frustration, her mouth moving fast, and even without sound, you can see she is demanding answers. The returning figure does not flinch, does not defend themselves, and that calmness only makes Lou's rage stronger. The camera moves closer, capturing the way her shoulders shake, not just from anger but from the pain she has buried for a long time. The trailer does not tell us what they are fighting about, yet the body language reveals everything. There is history between them, a history filled with wounds that never healed. The argument ends abruptly when Jack steps between them, pushing his hand out as if he is stopping a fire from spreading. His face is lined with worry, and there is something being held behind his eyes, a truth he does not want either of them to say out loud. For a brief moment, it looks like the tension may settle, but the trailer cuts again to something far more alarming. The camera shifts to a field at the far edge of the ranch where a group of people rush towards something on the ground. Their movements are fast and frantic, and Amy is among them, running with a fear that makes your heart sink. She drops to her knees beside a collapsed figure, someone the trailer refuses to reveal clearly. All we see is Amy's trembling hands reaching toward them and the sudden flicker of flashing lights in the distance. The sound of a siren grows louder, filling the silence that came before. The trailer holds on Amy's face for a long second, long enough to show the shock, the fear, and the moment she realizes the situation is far worse than she thought. Just as she whispers something, the screen cuts to black. This moment leaves viewers hanging between dread and curiosity, wondering who is hurt, what caused such devastation, and how the family will face the consequences. The trailer uses the silence, these fast cuts, and the hidden identity of the fallen figure to send a message that episode 7 is not only emotional but life-changing for the entire Heartland family. The trailer reaches its most painful moment with a scene that feels like the world has stopped around the ranch. The screen fades in slowly, revealing the inside of the barn where everything is quiet, almost too quiet, as if the building itself is holding its breath. Dust hangs in the air, drifting through a thin beam of sunlight, and the silence wraps around the space like a warning. Amy stands alone near the barn door, her shoulders low and her eyes locked on something outside the frame. Her breathing is uneven, and her hands shake as she tries to hold herself together. When the camera finally reveals what she is looking at, the entire tone of the trailer shifts. A stretcher is being lifted into an ambulance, the bright red lights flashing against the wooden walls of the barn. The person on the stretcher is hidden beneath blankets, their face unseen, but the weight of the moment presses on every corner of the screen. Jack stands near the ambulance, his face stiff with worry and grief, his usual strength broken by the fear he cannot hide anymore. Lou steps forward, her voice barely heard over the wind, begging the paramedics to be careful, and her tears fall without her even noticing. Amy tries to move toward the ambulance but stops halfway, frozen by the shock of what is happening. She looks at Jack, searching for reassurance, but he cannot give her any. His eyes say everything he cannot bring himself to speak. The trailer then cuts to a close shot of Amy's face, her lips parted in disbelief, her eyes full of fear. And this single moment captures the exact second she realizes that the life of someone she loves may be slipping away. The siren grows louder, echoing through the ranch as the ambulance pulls away. The camera follows the flashing lights until they disappear down the road, leaving the ranch in a haunting stillness. The final seconds of the trailer show Amy standing alone in the yard, her arms wrapped around herself as if she's trying to keep from falling apart. The wind blows through her hair and the screen darkens slowly, leaving only one message in the viewer's mind. Something devastating has happened, and episode 7 will reveal who is lost, who is hurt, and how the family will survive a moment that could change everything. The trailer ends without giving a single clear answer, and that silence has pushed fans into a storm of theories. Many viewers believe the returning figure is connected to the tragedy at the ranch, someone whose presence stirs old wounds and triggers a chain of events no one saw coming. Some think this person brings news that hits Amy hard, news that forces her to face a part of her past she never wanted to relive. Others believe the collapse scene in the field is tied to a secret that Jack has been hiding, a truth he has carried alone and hoped would never rise again. There is also growing talk about Lou's reaction, the way she breaks down in the argument and later pleads with the paramedics, which suggests she may have known something dangerous long before the others realized it. People are piecing together every frame of the trailer, trying to uncover who is on the stretcher and why the family looks so shaken. Some fans claim it could be an old character returning in the worst possible condition, while others suspect the injured person is someone who has been central to the ranch's recent struggles. The broken fence, the torn fabric, the early morning panic, all of it feels connected to something more than an accident. Theories suggest someone may have been searching the property at night or trying to warn the family about a threat before things went horribly wrong. With every clue, the predictions grow deeper and more emotional. What makes this trailer so powerful is the way it allows viewers to imagine all possibilities, each one more intense than the last. Episode 7 feels less like a normal chapter and more like a turning point. The moment when the past returns, the present shatters, and the future of Heartland is pushed into unknown territory. Whatever the truth is, fans agree on one thing. The trailer is not simply teasing an emotional episode. It is warning viewers to prepare for heartbreak, change, and a story that will stay with them long after the credits roll. The final moments of the breakdown bring everything together, and the weight of the trailer still hangs in the air like a cold fog. The ranch that once felt safe and steady now feels shaken, as if every shadow is holding a secret and every sound is a warning. The silence after the ambulance leaves stays with you, and even though the trailer gives nothing away, the fear in the characters' faces tells you the truth is far more painful than anyone is ready to hear. The returning figure, the torn fabric, the collapse in the field, the rising tension among the family, all of these pieces form a picture that is still unfinished, a mystery waiting to reveal its last and hardest detail. Heartland has always been about healing, love, and second chances, but episode 7 looks like it will test those values in a way the family has never faced before. This is not just an emotional moment. It is a turning point that may reshape the future of the ranch and the lives of everyone who depends on it. As the screen fades out in the trailer, there is a single lingering shot of Amy standing alone, watching the road as if hoping the ambulance will turn back. It never does. The music drops into a soft echo and the image disappears, leaving a question that hits harder than any scene shown before. Who is fighting for their life, and what does this mean for the family moving forward? This is the moment where every viewer feels the tension rising in their own chest, waiting for answers that will only come with the full episode. And now the excitement and fear mix together, pulling fans deeper into the story. If you felt the same shock, fear, and questions from this trailer, then you know how powerful episode 7 is going to be. Your thoughts matter because every theory brings us closer to the truth. So share what you think happened, who you believe is in danger, and how you think this twist will change Heartland. Make sure you follow along because the next updates could reveal the moment that breaks the ranch or brings it together stronger than ever. The story is unfolding, and you do not want to miss what happens next. As the last echoes of the trailer fade from your mind, one thing becomes clear. Heartland Season 19 Episode 7 is not built on simple drama or temporary tension. It carries the weight of real fear, painful memories, and a turning point that will leave a lasting mark on the ranch. The images of Amy's shock, Jack's heavy silence, Lou's breaking point, and the hidden identity of the person fighting for their life stay with you long after the screen goes dark. The returning figure whose presence sparks unrest, the broken fence that hints at a deeper truth, and the ambulance carrying someone away from the safety of the ranch all create a storm that no family is prepared for. Heartland has always shown strength in the face of hardship, but this moment feels different. It feels like a test that will push every character to the edge of what they can handle. As fans wait for the full episode, they are left with a mix of fear, hope, and a burning need for answers. The trailer gives nothing away, yet reveals everything by showing emotion instead of explanations. It tells us that episode 7 will shake the foundation of Heartland in a way that cannot be repaired easily. Whether this twist breaks the family apart or pulls them closer will only be known when the episode airs. Until then, the unanswered questions will echo in every conversation among fans. What happened? Who was hurt? Why did the past return at the worst moment? And how will this devastating turn shape the future of Heartland? All that is left now is to prepare for an episode that will challenge the heart of the story more than ever before. Stay ready, because the truth waiting in episode 7 is going to change everything you thought you knew about Heartland.